What's up, guys? Happy Monday. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I have the hiccups here, so bear with me. I apologize, guys. My name is Cruz. I'm the founder and head trader of NewEdgeWallStreet.com. We are primarily an options trading group, but I actually have some awesome news for you today. We are actually including a small cap area in our server now. So we have two guys coming in, and they're going to be sharing their expertise that are really great traders in our chat room and community. I believe they're going to start as of next week. If they will be providing their watch list, their plays, and giving insights as to what they're doing. I apologize again for the hiccups, guys. But it's really exciting. It allows me to fully focus on options, and you get to come in, learn the option game from me, and then be able to pick their brains and get some insight on the small cap game from them for the same price that for both things, right? You don't have to go uh, join two different rooms to learn two different types of strategies or instruments that you're trading. So pretty awesome. But let's go ahead and jump right in here, guys. As far as our wrap up today, another big shout out here to our purple candles. Our purple candles just did work today. If you guys want to take advantage, there will be a link in order for you to take advantage if you want to buy the purple candles for yourself. Um, so like for instance here, the Nflx was one of them that was absolutely awesome here with the purple candles indicated right here, right as the market open, straight up here from 342 almost 360 358. It told you to get out. And then there was also like I believe Apple, right? Apple didn't go into purple today. What other ones here? Maybe Meta, I think was one. Yep, Meta here for a little bit, indicator right here, get out here, and then a little no couple no trades here. But let's get into kind of what we want to talk about here today. So as far as today, the we knew that we're kind of in between a rock and a hard spot as far as our price action, right? So we have a bunch of volume to the downside, which is around this 395 to 393 ish area that acts as a support. And then we have our resistance that is to the upside. And if we come over here to our ES, I'm sorry, guys. I need someone to come scare me or something. So as far as it was here, 4015 has been a big area here the last couple times that we've pushed up, and that brings us pretty much to about 400. Whenever the market comes, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times right here, right around 450, 4015, I should say, and a little bit of a push up right here. Um, and then right here, we did get to the 4015, and we originally in the open, what I wanted was a bigger dip, and and we didn't get so much of a dip in order for us to be able to get in here. So I only caught like the last little leg of this little move up here on some SPX, and that's it. I missed the rest of the move, and I didn't want to get dumped on as we were going into the supply area that we knew that this was resistance, right? So going into tomorrow and the rest of the week, and what we're kind of looking at, where we've gotten up to these resistance levels, and you can see we got to 4050. That was the next spot that, excuse me, that we needed to get to here on the ES, and then we did also break 4,000 on the SPX. So if you come and look at SPX, we did break 4,000. We're able to do that. We were able to get over 400 today. So some really good work. We'll see what happens overnight in the overnight session. But one thing I did want to kind of mention is our crossover plays. So our crossover play is just something very simple where old resistance turns into new support, old support turns into new resistance, et cetera, right? And that's pretty much what happened here on this setup. If you could see, we broke down here to the PDC, and then we pushed up here towards this 396.95, right? And then we came back to retest this area down here and see if we're gonna break down. But we did hold this 396.29, our balance zone right here. So this old resistance here that it was holding, old resistance became new support here, and then this ended up taking off here very, very nicely to the upside. A couple other tickers. Wayfarer is actually up super strong right here, guys. I have some alerts, as you can see, and on the open interest on Wayfair, you can see where the 60 is the bigger spot for this week, where there is bigger open interest on this. So 330. I know that's pretty light altogether, but 330 is where people be looking at here at the 60 strike. So it did go ahead and just flag and kind of compress here at the rest of the day. But any type of extension over 60, we will be looking at for us to come and repair some of that structure back down, because this is the when you get a poor structure where it moves too violently and volatilely in one direction, we need to come back and repair some of that structure, and it just moves too strongly too quickly. So push up over 60 and reclaim back down would be something that we're looking at. Also, tomorrow, I believe after hours is Microsoft earnings. So just be aware of that as well. Also, Tesla was super strong as well here, guys. And this is another example of our crossover play. So we have this strong move here above this R2 pivot, pushed up above, came back and held right here on the 138. This would have been your entry, risking right just right below right here. And then the continuation to the upside. There was never any type of risk of you even getting out of this trade. Uh, I mean, potentially you could even still hold it overnight. So, pretty nice crossover plays. This is something that you could add to your playbook. Is very easy. When you pass a point of liquidity or support resistance, come back and retest it, enter, resting right just below where your thesis is invalidated, and then wait for that continuation move up on up. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. Very nice move here from the SPY. Well, we will have to see now that we're putting in some higher resistances to see if we do hold 400. I would say this is a pretty good. This was pretty good here for the bulls, closing over 400 for the day. We'll have to see how we wake up and open up for tomorrow for the open. But as long as we keep on holding 400, I could see us continuing to move. If you come and you look on the bigger time frame on this volume profile, something like this. We could even do the hourly one, I believe. No, so it would look better right here on the 4 hour. You can see where we've broken out of this higher volume node area, this 396, broken this resistance here, and then now we're getting into this lower volume area where there's a volume gap in this area, right? So if we come something like, we could even do way up here, right? And then we outline to here. There's a bit of a volume gap there if we're able to get into this area. So around this 403.80 or so up to like 410, 411 or so. So with this lower volume, we can move through pretty quickly, and that may happen over the next day or two. So as long as we stay over 400, that is the potential that we have. And then we also have where our put wall is actually at 410 as well. So there's not any real meaningful resistance. And this is something I wanted to point out. I'm glad I kind of remembered. So there's not any real meaningful resistance up until that level as far as right now. So the open interest will definitely change going into tomorrow. There was 360,000, 374,000 contracts traded of the 402, 403 calls today. Uh, so there's 14,000 at the 400, but we will have to see how the call wall and the rest of the gamma lines up into tomorrow to as far as resistance. But that was something that we kind of talked about today, is that if we stayed over 400, we may get a bigger move because this open interest is so light. And we did get a little bit here to the 403, but that was about it. So we'll see. By the time we get to that point, we're pretty much exhausted. We're up over 1% on the day. And so maybe this comes tomorrow. We'll have to see if we just built some more. We built some bigger resistances for ourselves now throughout the day. So we'll keep you updated. We'll talk to you guys, and we'll see you guys in the video tomorrow.